Coming up on this edition of the Michael Irvin Show, 'twas the week before Christmas, and all Dallas was fuming. Where were the Cowboys with the playoffs looming? They went to New Orleans to get on track, but under the dome, the offense still lacked. Then up like a shot, the defense did spring to brighten the shine on that third Super Bowl ring. So gather round one, gather round all. With Jim Jeffcoat here, we'll sure have a ball. And in case you blinked and may have missed, we'll have the great plays on the playmakers list. Now pull up a chair and don't you go. All this in our top 4 picks next on the Michael Irvin Show.
Showtime.
Hello and welcome to the Michael Irvin Show, our Christmas edition of the Michael Irvin Show. I'm Craig James, and the man sitting next to me, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, looking like a Christmas ball on his pants. Man, you look
Hey, man, come on, man. It's a great time of the year. I'm happy. We accomplished just what we want. We get this bye week, a chance to rest before we go into the playoffs.
What will it mean for you, though, aside from being just a mental relief?
Well, Craig, you know, we got so many guys banged up. We need that time to rest. We need that time to just stay in the treatment room, get treatment, and get some guys healthy and get more guys back playing.
One thing that you all had to do was you had to play 2 ball games in 1 week, neither of which had an effect on the playoff picture. The one particular ball game, though, that I really enjoyed was the Monday night game against New Orleans. And let's go back and take one more look at that game. Outstanding play.
Yeah, I tell you what, outstanding play by our defense.
Yeah.
They jumped out, and you see Tony Tolbert right here, man. An interception by a defensive lineman, and Jeffcoat was, maybe we'll ask him about that later on. He take it all the way back, and you know, then Russell Mellon just comes right through that line and sacked Jim Everett. Our defense came in playing.
James Washington, I mean, he will deliver a message.
Yeah, he's been playing some vicious hits, and those kind of hits are just for teams like San Francisco and everybody to see to make sure they know he's out there.
Have y'all quit talking about this?
Not about Larry Allen now. Look at the big boy here, man. Larry, could you believe it? I was right there. Larry was, I just watched him run right by me to go make the play. I tell you what, right there, the guy just sat on the route, first of all. You know, I stared at him, and he was staring Troy right down. And I wasn't able to run the route as crisp as I would like to have run, and he's got a chance to jump the route and make the interception, and I don't think he stepped out of bounds from where I was looking.
But the game wasn't over. Trademark Cowboy drive to get the second half started. It looked sweet.
Yeah, when the pressure's on, we like to come out and say, okay, let's get a drive going, keep our boys on the bench. And you see Troy hit me and hand the ball to Emmett, and we did get a pretty good drive going.
I mean, it really did. I mean, it looked like it was a classic underneath, short game, controlled drive.
Well, and that's what you want to do. You know, when you got a defense like ours playing the way they want to play, playing like they're playing, we want to keep them off the field as much as possible. We get a nice little short drives going, and hopefully cap it off like this with a little touchdown by Emmitt Smith, and put them back on the field and let them do their work.
What did it mean for you at the scoring drive?
Well, we needed that. You know, we hadn't really sustained real nice drives, and when we finally sustained a nice drive, we need that to know that all we got to do is focus in and cut out the mistakes, and we can drive the ball on anybody.
Regardless of what happened against the Giants, it was this play in this particular part of the game that everybody was talking about.
Yeah, it got scary here, you see, and he had just a big hole and right there, and it's kind of reminded me, when I first seen it, the first thing I thought about was last year when Troy did the same thing. He pulled his hamstring. He was able to come back and play. So Emmett, I think, should be fine.
That, you know, this attempted field goal block Bonial, I mean, does that get inside his head?
Well, I hope not, and I think he'll be fine going into that postseason. But, you know, even though like we was in trouble, Darren Smith, he came through with some big plays. And right there you see the interception for the touchdown.
Well, the Saints come back, got a little scary there for a while.
Yeah, Brown gets in for the touchdown, man, and here they're trying to make a big drive, and Darren Smith, he snuffles it out with another interception, and of course, right there, you know, the game is basically over.
Darren Smith said he played the best game of his career.
Well, I don't know that he played the best game of his career. I've seen him play some real good games. He played a great game, though.
All right, a lot of things coming your way on this edition, the Christmas edition of the Michael Irvin Show. We'll have a visit with the old man,
Jim Jeffcoat.
The Michael Irvin Show is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. By Kroger, your total value leader. And by the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Texas.
Best things are forever. The thrill is never gone. And the future's ours together. Let's keep it going on.
Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. They have ESP, man. I've seen them on the field like cosmic twins. ESP. It's a special message for Michael and Troy.
Hi Michael, my name is Derek. How would you rate the Cowboys' readiness at this point in the season to the last few seasons?
I think this is a great Dr. Pepper question. I tell you why. I think this year we're more ready than any year to go into the playoffs. It's been a long season, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. And ever since that first game of the season, way back in September against Pittsburgh, we have not been emotionally high like I think we will be for the playoffs. So this year, more than any, we're ready to play the playoffs.
Looking for that Super Bowl ring. One of the trademarks of the Cowboys over the past few years has been their ability to turn up their level of play, especially around playoff time. Throughout his 12 seasons with the Cowboys, Jim Jeffcoat has continually been able to turn up his game.
That's right, Craig. And like fine wine, he's gotten older, but he's gotten better.
When the Cowboys drafted Jim Jeffcoat, they knew they were drafting a defensive power. But what about his nose for the football and the end zone?
Stabler fumbles the ball. It's loose in the end zone. The Cowboys are there. Oh, no, I can't believe it. It's batted out and intercepted. Jim Jeffcoat will score.
You can't get over emotional on one play.
I was choked up. I was hugging guys. I never felt like kissing a 270-pound football player like I did when Jeffcoat ran that ball in for a touchdown.
Tipped and intercepted and run back inside the 15 by Jeffcoat.
I'm glad it was on national TV because a lot of teams are going to have something to think about now.
In 12 seasons, Jim Jeffcoat has given NFL teams, especially quarterbacks, a lot to think about.
Joining us now is the senior statesman of the team, Jim Jeffcoat. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here, Michael.
Doesn't that sound a lot better, statesman, than fine wine?
It really does. I like that better. I really do. But, you know, I have to take those things from Michael because he's the playmaker.
Jim, how do you get better? And I'm not just saying this because you're here, but it seems like you've gotten better every year. And how do you do it?
Well, I appreciate you saying I'm getting better looking every year, but that's aging. You know, so you age, you mature, your body matures. But on the football field, it's just being consistent and working on the things that you did as a rookie. You can't do them as fast as you could as a rookie, but you still can work on your techniques and work on things to make you better and never stop learning.
What's the motivation, though, for you? It's a physical game, violent game. What motivates you to keep coming back every year?
Well, actually, for me, it's not as physical and violent as it was early in my career because basically I come in on pass rushing down, so it's a lot easier now. And the motivation is to win. I like winning, and I enjoy the guys that I play with. It's a great experience to play with guys like Michael, Charles Haley, Tony Tolbert, guys like that. And, you know, it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. When you leave it, that's what you're probably going to miss, the camaraderie.
Jim, you played in your 12 years of some great defenses. Where do you rank the defense now?
This defense is a very good defense. I think the defensive line play is a very good defensive line. The best defensive line I probably played with in my career was with Ed Jones, Randy White, and John Dutton. There's three guys that possibly could go to the Hall of Fame. And another fourth one I played with my first year, Harvey Martin, another guy that has a possibility, and I think they were the most talented. But this defense plays so hard. The line, I know, they play hard. They have some quality people, and they just keep coming at you.
Is this team ready to three-peat?
I really think it is. I really think they've been through adversity, which is good for you if you're going to the playoffs. And I think we're going to peak in the playoffs like we did last year, and we're really going to go after some people. We're really going to shock people because they don't know what we're going to come after them with.
You played for all three coaches. So did I, but you got more time in with Tom. Why don't you compare the three?
Well, the biggest thing I can compare them is that Coach Landry didn't have that much hair. Coach Johnson had a lot of hair. And Coach Switzer, he's kind of in between. But they all are similar and they're different. Coach Landry is more of he was a quiet type. He knew everything about the game. I mean, he understood offense and defense. He developed his own offense and defense. Coach Johnson came in here, and you have to appreciate what he's done over the years. I mean, The guy comes in there and takes a 1-15 team, and 4 years, he takes him to a Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls, and he had one thing in mind, is to win. Coach Switzer is probably the more of the players coach of all of them, and you appreciate being this. He's fun to be around. He's going to shoot it straight from the hip, and he's going to tell you how he feels all the time, and he's always got a smile on his face. He's always positive.
All right. That's all right. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
Well, you know, I know Michael will be off the team another 3-4 years, and we'll have you back on whoever's player show this is. We appreciate it, and I hope you have a great playoff run.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's, and I hope Michael makes about 6-7 touchdowns in the playoffs.
Well, I do too, Jim.
All right.
Merry Christmas to you
He
and
does
your
that.
family.
He'll be a part of this roster that we're going to show you coming up next, forever and ever. The Pro Bowl roster. A lot of Cowboys on it.
Flying to Houston for business? If these 32 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines to Houston Hobby, maybe this will. With the most flights at the lowest unrestricted fares, it's no wonder that Southwest is the low-fare airline.
With over 4,000 Kroger brand items, you get the premium taste you want at the price you deserve.
Kroger will deliver to your home or office for just $7.95. Call 1-800-284-SHOP. At Kroger, we're committed to providing you only the freshest products available.
Kroger, it's America's brand.
Diet Dr. Pepper, the taste you've been looking for.
Hello, I'm Bill Bates of the Dallas Cowboys, wishing all of our fans a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Darren Wilson of the Dallas Cowboys. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
How about the wish for that 3rd Super Bowl ring?
Well, that's all I want. You know, I talked to Santa. I said, Santa, I don't need anything else. Just bring me another one. Just one more.
All I want for Christmas. All right. Well, in any right here. Last week, the Cowboy players and other players turned in their Pro Bowl ballots, and for the 2nd straight year, the Cowboys landed an NFC record, 11 players on the roster.
That's right, Craig. The great thing about this year is that not only players on the offense, but players on the defense also got recognized for their outstanding play. First, let's go to the 3 starters on offense.
What a great year for these guys. Emmitt Smith, no surprise there, is it?
Yeah, you always got to start out with Emmitt Smith, man. He'll probably be on there for the next 25 years.
He'll be on there running and having fun as long as they don't kill him.
Yeah, and not only that, as long as he's got that other guy that we got next, and that's the big kitchen, Nathaniel Newton.
Hadn't had him call the kitchen in a while.
Yeah, but he's still there. You see him pulling. I mean, we got him pulling a lot this year. Yeah, that's something new to Emmitt. New for Nate anyway, that pulling, but he's been doing a great job doing it.
And Mark Stepnoski, another one of them.
Yeah, and this is the key man on the offensive line. I mean, Stepnoski put everybody in the right place to give them opportunity to make plays, and especially on that offensive line. If you ask Nate Nude, he said we need Step more than we need anybody on this football team.
And they also have a guy that does most of the time blocks.
And I've never to this day seen any fullback make a catch like that catch you just seen. But this guy here, man, with these guys we're mentioning, as long as they're playing, believe me, Emmitt will be the top guy running the football.
Have to be pretty excited about Mark Tuinei.
Yeah, this is the big one for us right now. Our whole team's excited about the big man, the old man Tuinei going. You know, he's home. He'll be king for a week over in Hawaii, and he deserves it.
In addition to DJ and Tuinei, Troy, yourself, and another guy, Jay Novacek, they made the roster. Now, there are really no surprises there, but on the other side of the ball, after leading the league for much of the last 3 seasons, defense wasn't getting any respect.
Yeah, but they finally got their respect this year. We got some great guys in there. Charles Haley had too many sacks to be denied this year. He got in the Pro Bowl, and he deserves it. The great players not only play great, but they bring players along, and he brought Leon Lett along great. He's got Leon Lett playing great football.
Seems like that aside from Leon being a physical player, he's pretty smart with his play.
This guy could be made, I promise you, could be one of the defensive players of the year. Darren Woodson has been having a superb year. Probably the best safety in the game right now.
No, absolutely. Certainly there's a case that you could make for other guys like Tony Tolbert, Darren Smith, and James Washington. All those guys could have been a part of that roster.
Yeah, no joke. That's right. And even if last Monday night was any indication, you might be adding one more guy in years to come. Yeah, that's why we know, the Cowboys, we know it's just plain smart to have a guy like Larry Allen on your side.
Went down and got him, ran him down.
Last tackle you made was when?
Probably back in high school.
This guy's got a rocket booster strapped to his back. Look at this, folks. 6'3", 325 pounds.
Once I got to the 20, I knew I had a chance to get him.
I'm telling you, that's one of the most impressive athletic feats I have ever seen.
I always knew I was a fast guy,
Wait a minute.
I tell you, Craig, after he got that interception, it took him 30 minutes to recover. He was just so tired. He was over there sucking in oxygen. Yeah, you never see the big boys run that long.
A great game by him, but he still doesn't make the Playmakers Playmaker list. We will give him an honorary Playmaker.
Award, yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. That's,
that's good.
Yeah, kind of like the Bill Cosby Award for this show here.
But we do have
have
a Cowboy.
Two of them.
Okay, and we start off with a Cowboy.
And you didn't make it, and you're not there. But there is a guy, Darren Smith, old Miami Hurricane.
Yeah, see, if I can't make it, you better believe one of those Canes going to make it because, like I said earlier, I am the boss. And he is on it. Darren Smith had a big day. 2 interceptions, 8 tackles. One of them he returned for a touchdown, one of those interceptions. In that game clincher.
Oh, very important timing on that. Brett Favre, Packers, he's heating it up.
And not just because of his throwing ability, man. He was throwing it great, but this was the game winner, man. That's strictly determination, man. Of course, I picked the Packers last week. That's why they won.
Yeah, that was a great pick, by the way, one of your only wins. Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots, you talk about hot. This guy's good.
And I took them Patriots last week, and they was, boy, they was rambling and rumbling, boy. He and Ben Coach, man, I've never seen a quarterback to tight end combination like that. And
how about rumbling, bumbling now?
Yeah, we had to put the big boy in there. Look at this fat boy run. I shouldn't call him fat. I'll call him big. Okay, the big boy was running. Larry Allen, NFL's fastest 300-pounder in the league. Look at that. We got to keep showing that here.
Man, if he does that again, he'll make every week's Playmakers Playmaker list. That's the first thing I noticed. When I'm watching that game, I'm saying, oh, Playmakers Playmaker list.
As long as he stops him from getting the touchdowns, but we don't anticipate any more interceptions.
I hope not. Gee, the guy you're talking about, 30 minutes to recover. Top 4 picks, and it comes down to this weekend. Last weekend, I beat him. I've caught up. We're tied.
I'm telling you, my stat man is something wrong with him. He's not getting these numbers right, but I'll go with it. We'll go to this week. Let's go. We're starting out with
New England playing at Chicago. This is going to be an excellent football game. Parcells has done a great job.
Both teams need a win. And New England coming off this very big win last week against Buffalo. You see the interception by Reynolds, man. Taking in for the, fumble recovery, taking in for the touchdown.
New England's got the ground game. They got the defense. They have Bledsoe throwing the ball. But Chicago, man, they're special. This team just knows how to compete.
Steve Walsh, you see him right there, Keith Jennings. Keith Jennings used to be here, but he just don't make the mistake. And that's what you need from a quarterback, and just tell your defense to win the ball game. But I do think New England is too much for him.
Gee, man, I thought I had a chance. I'm going with New England on this one, too. Oh, well, Kansas City and the L.A. Raiders, you know, this could be a classic ball game as well.
This is another good game because both teams needed to get in the playoffs, and that's what's so great about the NFL. You come down to the 16th week, and all these games are for a do or die in the playoffs. So they playoff already started.
I think it comes down to the Chiefs' defense because Montana, at his age, unpredictable. And for the Raiders, this is a ball club that's playing pretty well.
Yeah, but this team is starting. The Raiders are starting to get on track, man. And I'm going to take the Raiders.
I got to take the Raiders too.
Don't follow me all day.
Detroit playing Miami. Will we have disagreement here?
I hope so now. And boy, David Craig has been he's been playing some good football. He hadn't made the mistakes that Scott Mitchell's been playing, and as long as he's got this guy in the backfield, he's always got a living chance.
Man, that guy's so good. It's unbelievable what he does. Don Shula, he's got to pull one out of the hat this weekend.
Yeah, he really do. And you see Irvin Fright barely missed the ball. They had a rough game last week. Don Shula was sitting on the cart with that bad leg. Now, this is the game of the week. I am taking Miami. I do think Miami's too much for Detroit.
I'm going with Detroit. I appreciate that. San Francisco, Minnesota. This ball game here, if it meant anything to the 49ers, what a matchup it would be.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I do think it means a lot to the 49ers. I think the 49ers will play some of their guys some of the time, and I think they will go in this game to win. You see Jerry Rice right there with the touchdown, man. He's done it so many times.
Well, they're good, but the Vikings, they're at home. They've got a smart defense, and they have Warren Moon.
Yeah, they'll have those fans jacked up in Warren Moon. How much will he go? How much will that leg, you see the injury right there, how much will that leg affect him? Remains to be seen. I'm going to stick with San Francisco. I'm going to pick with my head, not with my heart, even though I would like to see them lose.
All right, I got to go San Francisco. There's no way I can go in. So our big challenge then, Detroit and Miami.
Detroit.
I love it. I'll take Detroit. He's got Miami. Stay tuned. We have a lot more coming your way. We're going to give away 3 autographed footballs from the man.
The Michael Irvin Show is brought to you by Southwest Airlines with low fares on every seat of every flight, everywhere they fly. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. And by the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Texas. Now, here's Michael Irvin and Greg James.
That's about all the time we have for this show, but before we go, it's time to give away some of those autographs.
Autograph football.
I hope so. I hope he signed the things. Dr. Pepper and Kroger, they've teamed up, and they are going to give away 3 each week throughout the playoffs. This week's winners are, congratulations to you, Donald Myers, John Whitmer, and Steve Rios. You've got to call within 24 hours so you can leave your name and number. We can get in touch with you. It's 214-721-8105. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations again. And remember, the end of the drawing, just go by any Kroger store and look for a display with this pretty mug on it.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Hey, this week's guests from Dr. Pepper, they have sponsored Dallas Kimball High School, the basketball team, defending champions of the Dr. Pepper Invitational. They play a basketball game this weekend. And, guys, we wish you a lot of luck and hope you win.
That's all the time we have. Thanks for joining us.
Good. All right, guys. On 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Wardrobe provided by Lombardo Custom Apparel, Dallas' finest custom clothier. Set furniture provided by Looks Furniture Leasing and Sales.